Hi there, welcome back to this series of record reviews with me, JVT, coming to you from a balmy winter in New York City. We had a blizzard a few weeks ago, but apart from that, it hasn't been anywhere near as cold as the past few winters. It's been a while. I haven't done one of these since before Christmas, so I've got about 5 records I've picked up since then to go through with you. The first one is a band from Melbourne who I've only just discovered in the last 12 months, called the Peep Tempel. This album's called Tales. Great song called Carol, which offers marital advice to a girl. Trevor's no good for you. I don't think Trevor's good for you, Carol. Big Fish, that's another great song by this band. This band's probably in the style of Cosmic Psycho's, real ochre, Aussie vocals, buzzy guitars, that sort of stuff. From that punk sound coming out of the Melbourne pubs. The Peep Tempel, Tales. Go out and get a copy of that. Great graphics on the front cover too. Next one, I knew this band as At the Drive-In, then I think they split. Have come out as a couple of different groups. In, Casino, Out. At the Drive-In, I was put on this band by a guy called Delray, who's a comic rocker out of Los Angeles. Cedric Blixer, a great lead man. Mars Volta, they were for a while, but they... what's this album? This is 2012. This is a great rock and roll record. A loud rock and roll record. Play It Loud by At the Drive-In. Yeah, that Lopsided, that's a great track on this record. So, yeah, go out and get yourself some At the Drive-In. One of my favourites out of Sheffield, England. He put a record out in the last 12 months. Hawley. Hollow Meadows by the great Richard Hawley, who spent time in Pulp with that bloke whose name will lose me right now. Yeah, the dude with the glasses. Yeah, that's him. Richard Hawley I've loved for years and years and years. He's a great rocker. Rockabilly roots, great guitars. Crooner, fantastic. He can go from crooning to rock and roll in a split second. He's fantastic. Hollow Meadows by Richard Hawley. Go and get yourself some of that. Now I'm going back into my 20s now. The great Johnny Marr and Barney Sumner from New Order teamed up to make this great record and they called themselves Electronic. Getting Away With It was a great single off that album. Patience of a Saint. They also had Neil out of Pet Shop Boys doing vocals with them as well. So it was a real mix of rock guitars and synthesizer, that sort of stuff. Drum machines. One of my favourite records, I reckon. Electronic, Johnny Marr and Barney Sumner from New Order. Johnny Marr from the Smiths, of course, and his last 2 solo albums have been absolute crackers. Electronic. And I picked this one up on the weekend. This reminds me of high school. Lloyd and the Commotions, Rattlesnakes. I reckon my brother put me onto this when I was about 15. This is a cracking record. I probably had this on cassette, I reckon. Maybe CD, but probably cassette. I saw this in a record store down off Broadway on Saturday, so I snapped it up. Rattlesnakes by the great Lloyd and the Commotions. Shows we've seen. We saw MUSE out of England at the Barclays Centre in Brooklyn last week. They're an awesome 3-piece band, but visually unbelievable. The stage set, they got these drones floating around, and it was just incredible. The light show. They're great in a little rock venue by themselves, but this took it to a whole other level. MUSE, one of the great live bands going around, I reckon. Who else? We're going to see. We've got tickets already to see Noel Gallagher, High Flying Birds, later in the year. We're going to see Jerry Seinfeld at the Beacon Theatre in June, May or June, one of those two. I got a ticket to see the Cult around the corner at the Gramercy Theatre. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in Florida soaking up the sun in a week or two, so I won't get to see the Cult. I saw the Cult back in the late 80s on the Electric Tour. Might have been the Sonic Temple Tour, one of those two, but it was one of the loudest shows I've ever been to. It was amazing. The old mate Booney, he'll attest to that. It was a great show. Apart from that podcast, listen to, I keep talking about him, listen to Let There Be Talk by Dean Delray, a Bay Area rocker comic who lives in Los Angeles these days, but he interviews some really interesting musical and comedic subjects. Put me on a lot of music and comedy stuff, so yeah, have a listen to that. Let There Be Talk by Dean Delray. So apart from that, I'll be back soon, sooner than last time, with another lot of reviews. So until then, rock on. See ya, bye.
And I don't think Trevor is good for you. I don't think Trevor is good for you.